Hey everyone, today we're tackling something that stops most people dead in their tracks: customer objections and the excuses that they make for not buying. You know the feeling. You're in a great sales conversation, you propose your freaking solution, and your prospect says, hey, your price is too high, or I need to think about it. Instead of closing the deal, what happens is you get hesitation. And by the end of this video, you'll have a simple framework to turn these objections into closed sales. So let's dive in. Here's what most salespeople miss. Objections aren't about your product or service. They're about fear. When a prospect says something like, the market is saturated with products like yours, what they're really saying is, I'm afraid I'll waste my money on something that's not going to stand out or work for me. When they say, I tried something similar before, what they're really saying is, I'm scared of being disappointed again. And when they tell you, I need to discuss this with my team or my wife, what they're really saying is, I'm not confident in making this decision alone. When you understand the real concern behind objections, that's your first step to addressing it effectively. The key is to respond to the underlying fear, not just the surface objection or excuse. I learned a simple framework from Grant Cardone. It's a 3-step framework that works like a charm, and it works for basically almost any sales objection that you get. Number 1, you want to acknowledge briefly. 1 sentence maximum. 2, you want to reframe the objection as an opportunity. And 3, you want to redirect to a specific action. Let me show you how this works with a couple of common objections. When a prospect says to you, your price is too high, don't immediately go for discounts. Instead, something simple like, I understand your budget concerns, that makes all the sense in the world. Our price reflects the quality and results that our customers consistently achieve. What specific ROI would you need to see for this to make sense for you? See how that works? I acknowledge the concern, and then I reframe the price as a reflection of value, and then redirect it to an ROI discussion. The second objection we can take a look at is when they say, hey, I tried something similar before and it just didn't work. Well, you want to acknowledge, okay, I understand that. It sucks when you buy something and you didn't get what you signed up for. What specifically disappointed you about the previous product? Understanding that is going to help us confirm whether or not our solution addresses those exact issues. See, I'm acknowledging their experience, I'm reframing past disappointment as a valuable piece of information, and I'm redirecting to how our product differs. Let me show you what this looks like in action with a couple more challenging objections. Let's say the prospect says, the most common one you ever get, I need to think about it some more before making a decision. Once again, acknowledge that is a smart thing to do. I'm with you. I agree. I always like to think about things before I make a decision. May I ask, what is the specific thing that's holding you back? Let's address it now so you can enjoy having the benefits of this product or service working for you sooner. Notice how direct that response is. I'm not accepting the delay, but I'm asking for the real concern, and I'm offering to address it right now, immediately. Let's move to another one that I hear often. Hey, Jay, the market is saturated with products like yours. When that happens, I love to say, exactly, there's definitely a lot of products like mine out there. And what saturation means is that there's a proven demand for this product in the market. So let me show you specifically how we stand out from our competitors in ways that matter to your business. Instead of defending against the saturation claim, I'm using it as proof of market demand, and I'm redirecting to differentiation in a way that matters to them. These responses work because they respect the prospect while firmly moving them towards a decision. All right, so practice is going to make perfect. And what I want you to do is understand that mastering objection handling is not about memorizing scripts. It's about practice. So take these objections we just covered today and go ahead and write down your responses using the 3-step framework I just provided you. Acknowledge briefly, reframe as an opportunity, and then redirect to action. I want you to practice saying them out loud until they feel natural. You can role play these with a colleague or a spouse, or you can record yourself and listen back. Either way, the goal is conversational confidence, not some robotic response. Remember, when you hear an objection, it's not a roadblock. It's a buying signal that tells you exactly what a prospect needs to hear in order to move forward. The difference between an average salesperson and a top performer isn't that top performers never hear objections or excuses. It's that they know exactly how to handle them. So your assignment is to write your responses to the common objections that we covered and use the 3-step framework I just gave you. Post your best response in our challenge group, and I will personally review it myself. Until then, remember that objections are not the end of the sale. They're the beginning of the close. Talk to you soon.